So we are going to start in an easy seat, Sukhasana, but really any seat that is really comfortable for you to sit in. And then just take a second to find your way there, get comfortable in your seat. And then if it feels good to do so, close your eyes down or just soften your gaze and take a second to let your focus come inward. And as you start to settle in, maybe wiggle around in your seat, just make sure everything feels like it's in a nice, comfortable position. And then get a little taller up through your spine. And then just start to listen in, start to notice the sounds of the room that you're working in. And then maybe reach out a little further with your hearing and notice the sounds of your house or the sounds right outside of your house. And then pull your attention or awareness back to your physical body. And then just for a moment, see if you can listen in and notice the sound of your breath. And then as you tune in and pay attention to your breath, noticing the sound of your breath, now maybe pay attention to the physical action of breath in your body, just giving a little time to let your breath slow down, drawing a deeper inhalation, fill your lungs up, and a slow but natural exhalation. So let that air go, but no need to force or push the air out. And then here, as you're noticing that physical action of breath in your body, you might notice the movement of your skin, your chest, your lungs, your ribs, your back, or your belly. But now can you let your awareness come down to your sits bones? But they're still paying attention to the breath here, but can you notice your sits bones, your butt, and even your pelvic floor? So just kind of notice the exchange of breath that you might be able to notice there. And then moving your awareness away from that physical action of breath, but sticking with the sits bones and the lower part of your body, start to become aware of the floor beneath you. Maybe even give your bum a little wiggle just so you can get a sense of that solid floor beneath you, noticing any parts of your legs or your feet that might be touching the ground or your mat. And then maybe offer up a little gratitude for this strong floor beneath you, the walls around you, the ceiling above you, and a little gratitude for the safe space that you have to work in. And then from here, stack both hands on top of your heart, one hand right on top of the other. And we're going to put just a little gentle compression on the chest just to feel that connection of your hands and your heart. Take a nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. And then before we move away from this place and engage the body, just take a moment here to set an intention to honor your mind and your body throughout your practice, never doing anything in your practice that would cause your body pain, and treating yourself with love, care, and respect. And then with that intention set, keeping your hands stacked on your heart as you inhale, gently lift your chin up towards the sky. And as you exhale, tuck your chin down to your chest. Inhale as you lift your chin up. Exhale to tuck your chin down. One more just like that. Inhale to lift your chin up. Exhale to tuck your chin down. And then release your hands to your knees, move right into a seated cat and cow. As you inhale, lift your chest, lift your chin, arch your back. And as you exhale, round your back, round your shoulders, tuck your chin into your chest. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. One more time with that fluid motion. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. And then as you inhale, you're going to lift your chest and chin, and you're going to stay there for 3 cycles of breath. So you're going to feel a little squeeze between the shoulder blades, a little opening through the chest and the collarbones, maybe a little gentle stretch through the neck and the throat. And then just tune back into your breath. Take a nice full inhale, fill your lungs up. Slow breath out. 2 more cycles of breath. And then when you feel ready, draw the abdominal muscles in, round your back, round your shoulders, tuck chin into chest, and then we're going to stay here for 3 cycles of breath. So finding that roundness through the back of the body, take a big inhale, fill your lungs up. Slow breath out. 2 more cycles of breath. Awesome. And then on your next inhale, lift back up to a nice neutral spine. Left hand's going to touch the ground. Right hand's going to reach up. Take a side bend here. And then keeping that side bend, we're going to take that top hand, round and reach forward like you're reaching for something about 45 degrees across the room. And then pull that thumb back, look up towards the ceiling. And then we'll do that again. Round and reach forward, reach for something across the room. And then pull that thumb back, gaze up towards the ceiling. Nice. One more time here. Round and reach forward. Pull the thumb back and look up. And then we're going to lift up, but take it into a gentle back bend. So both hands are going to swim behind the back. Squeeze the shoulder blades, lift your chest, lift your chin, take a breath. And then release that. Hands are going to fly forward. And then right hand's going to touch down. Left hand is going to reach up alongside the ear. Find that nice side bend. And then when you feel ready, round and reach forward like you're reaching for something across the room. Pull that thumb back, gaze up towards the sky. Round and reach forward. And pull the thumb back. One more just like that, round and reach forward. Pull the thumb back, and then as you lift up, both hands swim behind the back. Tall fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift your chest, lift your chin, take a breath. Beautiful, and then release. We're gonna swim the hands forward and take it into an easy seated forward fold. So hinging from your waist, float your hands forward, find a nice long active reach. So reaching energetically through the arms, through the fingers, and then just tuning in, noticing the back of your body, your shoulders, your lats, and maybe even noticing your armpits. Take a nice big breath in. Slow breath out. And then press into the fingertips, pull the abdominal muscles in, drag your fingers as you come up nice and strong. And then as you come back up to that seated position, pull your shoulders all the way up your ears, roll them around, down and back. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, draw the shoulders up, roll them around, down and back. 1 more time around. And then as you relax your shoulders down and back, drop your left ear over to your left shoulder, just finding a nice stretch through the right side of the neck. And then if it feels good to do so for a moment here, close your eyes down and just tune in and notice. Notice the side of your neck. If you're holding any tension in your jaw, see if you can soften your jaw. Take one more breath. Awesome. And then we're going to roll the chin across the chest, taking the ear over to the other shoulder, and then staying there. Let your ear get nice and heavy. Find that nice long line through the side of the neck. And then if it feels good, close your eyes down. Soften your jaw if you can. Take one more breath. And then when you're ready, roll your chin back down to your chest. And we're going to keep the chin down at the chest, but make little figure eights with the nose. So just rock your head gently side to side. Awesome. One more little rock side to side. And then we're going to come back to a little twisting action. So lift your head up to a neutral position. Right hand's going to find the left knee, left hand behind you. Find a gentle twist here. Take a nice big breath. And then release and take your twist right over to the other side. Catch your other knee, hand comes behind you. Inhale and get nice and tall. Nice. And then release, take your twist back over to the other side. Find your handhold first. And then take that backhand, reach it to shoulder height. Flip the palm so it's facing up towards the ceiling. Take a gentle side bend. And then right away, lift back up, release, take your twist over to the other side. Catch your knee, get your handhold first. And then once you're there, backhand reaches to shoulder height, flip the palm, reach it up alongside the ear, find your side bend. Beautiful. And then release and take it right back over to the other side. So we're going to find the twist first, reach that hand up to shoulder height, flip the palm. And now this hand is going to reach all the way over and across. See if you can find your other knee. And then once you found it, bring your heart to center, lift your chest just slightly. And then we're going to keep the elbows stacked. Wrap your hands around into equal arms. Inhale and lift the fingertips up, lift the elbows. Exhale, pull the abdominal muscles in, pull your elbows down. Inhale up to a nice neutral spine and then unwind your arms, open wide, take it over to the other side. Find your twist first and then reach that backhand to shoulder height, flip the palm, find your side bend, reach over and across. Can you find your knee? And then once you've got it, bring your heart to center, find that little lift in your chest. Nice. And then we're going to release our handhold from the knee, wrap your hands up into eagle arms. Inhale as you lift the fingertips and the elbows up. Exhale as you pull the elbows down, get a little rounding through the back of the body. And then come right back up to that neutral position, unwind your arms, swim your hands all the way behind the back, tall fingers, squeeze your shoulder blades, lift your chest, lift your chin, take a breath. Nice. And then when you're ready, release, and we're going to find our way into a tabletop position. So flip yourself on up, find your way into all fours, knees under the hips, wrists under the shoulders. And then once you found your way there, we're going to move right into the wrists. So as you inhale, we're going to do some wrists up. Lift your wrists away from the floor, fingers stay on the ground. Exhale and lower your wrists back down. Inhale and lift your wrists up. Exhale to lower them down. Beautiful. One more just like that. Inhale to lift your wrists up. Awesome. Exhale to lower them down. And now we're going to move into the scapula area. So we're going to squeeze the shoulder blades, let the chest drop down, but everything else stays pretty neutral. And then push the floor away from you, a little broadening of the shoulders, a little roundness through the upper back. Drop the chest, squeeze between the shoulder blades, and then push the floor away, round your shoulders just a little bit. Wonderful. One more just like that. Chest drops down, squeeze the shoulder blades, round the back just slightly. And then find that more neutral position, and we're going to move right into the elbow joint. So rotate the eyes of the elbows so they're facing towards the top edge of your mat. And then you're going to bend your elbows towards your ribs. Your heart's going to lower just slightly. Push firm into your hands and push your way back up to that tabletop position. Beautiful. Bend your elbows towards your ribs. Push the floor away. Come right back up. Nice. One more just like that. Bend your elbows. Push your way back up. And then readjust your elbows just so that your hands, your shoulders, and your elbows are in a comfortable position. Slide your right leg back, toes curled under, and rock yourself forward and back. Take a few good rocks forward and back and just notice, how do your feet feel? How does your Achilles heel feel? How does your calf feel? Awesome. One more rock forward and back. And then we're going to keep that leg extended, but bring your hips back in line with your knee. And then we're going to swing the left foot out. So we're going to open up into a little supported side plank. So you're going to swing your left foot to the left and then pick your right hand up, reach it up towards the sky, Look up towards the ceiling, ribs draw upward. So we just want to find that nice lifting up from the ribs up towards the ceiling. Take one good breath. And then when you're ready, release your hand back down, swing that knee back in and around, slide your right leg in, and we'll take it to the other side. Left leg slide back, toes curled under, rock yourself forward and back. Just tune in and notice. How does your foot feel? How do your toes feel? Your calf and your ankles. Nice. One more rock forward and back. And then when you're ready, as your hips come back in line with your knee, swing that right foot out. Open up into your supported side plank. Left hand reaches up, ribs draw upward energetically towards the ceiling. Take a nice big breath. Nice. And then when you're ready, release that hand back down, swing your knee in and slide that left leg in. And once you found your way to your tabletop position, bop your hips side to side like you're trying to drop them towards the earth. Beautiful. One more little bop side to side, and then we're going to take it right into puppy pose. So hips are going to stay in line with the knees. Walk your hands towards the top edge of your mat, arms as wide as feels good to you. So you might choose to walk them a little wider towards the outer corners of your mat to make space for your shoulder blades. And then once you found your way there, soften through the back of your body, soften through the back of your neck. Take 3 nice deep breaths. On your next inhale, when you're ready, start to bring yourself back up into that tabletop position. Take one cat-cow just to soothe the spine. Inhale as you drop your belly, lift your chest, lift your tail. Exhale as you round your back. And then as you find a neutral spine, curl both sets of toes under, pull your butt back toward your heels, just a little extra stretch to the toes, the bottoms of the feet. Take a nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. On your inhale, come forward into table, but keep the toes curled under. Exhale and lift up to downward facing dog. We're going to take a pedal of each leg. And then when you're ready, both heels are going to press down towards the earth, drawing your belly towards your thighs. Take one good breath. And now we're going to pick the right leg up just a little bit, just so we get the toe off the ground. And once you've got that toe off the ground with control, you're going to bend your left knee, float down into a tabletop position as you reach your right leg back. And then we're going to find our way to open up into our supported side plank. So you're going to swing that left foot out, reach your right arm up, ribs lift up towards the ceiling. Beautiful. One good breath. And then release it down as you swing that left knee in. We're going to curl the left toes under, lift back up into that little lifted foot downward facing dog position. Lower your right foot down. We'll do that to the other side. Lift your left leg, but just slightly, not super high. And then bend your right knee. Float that foot down. Swing that right foot out. Open up into that supported side plank. Left hand reaches up. Ribs lift up. Take a big breath. Beautiful. And then release it back down. Swing that foot around. Curl the toes under, lift that left leg into that slightly lifted 3-legged dog position. Nice. And then float that left foot down. So both feet on the ground in your downward facing dog. Take a breath. And then when you're ready, look forward, walk your feet up to meet your hands, come to a ragdoll fold at the top of the mat. So feet about hip or shoulder distance apart, super generous bend in the knees. Let your spine dangle here. Let everything just get nice and heavy. Take one more breath. And then with your hands on the ground and really super soft, generous bent knees, we're going to toe heel the feet out to the outer edges of the mat. So we're going to find a nice wide position with the legs. And then once you found your way there, just take a little bop of the knees side to side, make sure everything's feeling good. And then as you come back to center, bend your knees a lot, pull your abdominal muscles in, roll up to a standing position. We're going to move right into a goddess squat. So with the legs slightly externally rotated, toes out to the left and to the right, reach your arms up to the sky and then sink down into that squat. Bend your knees, draw your tailbone slightly downward so you feel a little bit of an engagement in your center. Elbows draw back energetically, squeezing between the shoulder blades. Lift your gaze slightly, take a nice big breath. Beautiful. Press firm into your feet. Lift your way up, release your arms down, and then just walk your feet in so that they're about shoulder width distance apart. And then once you found your way there, hands on your hips, and you're going to put a little trap. So we want to kind of press firmly into the skin and the muscle and the connective tissue there. So we're going to get that firm handhold. And then once you found it, start to hula hoop your hips. So just circling around, but trying to keep that nice firm hold. So we want to feel that movement of muscle and tissue underneath the hands. Take one more circle around with that firm handhold, and then keep that firm handhold, but move your circles the other way. So we want to feel the movement of bones, the movement of muscles, the movement of tissue underneath your hands. Awesome. One more circle around in this direction, and then just make sure you have a nice wide, even stance with your feet. And then we're going to move right into our wood chopper. So we're going to make our index fingers up towards the sky, interlace the fingers. Inhale, reach your arms up and overhead. And then as you exhale, bend your knees, hinge from your wrists. Nice and slow here. We're just marking our space. Find where your hands are going to land, and then inhale, bring it all the way back up. And now we're going to move with a little bit of a rapid pace. So inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale, throw your arms through. And then we're going to move it at a pace that feels good to you. So you're going to go as fast or as slow as you feel like going. You might choose to go really slow, especially if you didn't get a good night's sleep. You need to be mindful so that you don't get dizzy. Two more cycles of breath. And then as you come up for that inhale, you're going to release your hands into your back pockets, drawing the elbows together, squeezing between the shoulder blades, lifting your heart, lifting your chin, a gentle back bend. Take one good breath. Nice. And then when you're ready, release that back bend. And then we're just going to let our arms loose, shake everything out. And then we're going to take taking our piano fingers, 3 light taps to the crown of your head. So just step your feet so that you're really evenly grounded on the floor. And then take those piano fingers and do 3 light taps right to the crown of your head. And then once you've done your 3 taps, let your hands come down at your sides and find your mountain pose. Shoulder blades drawing down, toes and knees pointing fairly forward, lifting gently up through the crown of your head. Take a nice deep breath in. Nice slow breath out. Inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale, bend your knees, hinge from your waist, fold down to the ground. Inhale to half forward fold. Keep that length in your spine, bend your knees, push into your feet. Inhale, arms up. Hands to heart center, hands down at your sides. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, bend your knees and fold. Inhale to half forward fold. Keep that length in your spine, bend your knees, push into your feet. Inhale, arms up. Hands to heart center, hands down at your sides. One more time, just like that. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, bend your knees and fold. Inhale to half forward fold. Keep that length, bend your knees, push into your feet. Inhale, arms up. Hands to heart center. We're going to interlace the fingers here, flip the palms, press them forward, glide the shoulders down. And then once you feel like you've got good spacing for your shoulders, bring the arms up and overhead. Take a little side bend one way. Come back to center. A little side bend the other way. Come back to center. Unlace your fingers, float your hands down, come back to your mountain pose, shoulders grounding down. Inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale and fold. Knees bent or straight, totally up to you, whatever feels better in your body. Inhale to a half forward fold. Exhale to soften down, step the right leg back to a low lunge. Bring the knee down, toes tucked or released, your choice. Bring your hand to your knee, lift your chest. Pull that left hip crease back. Raise your arms up, take one good breath. Beautiful. And then float your hands down. We're going to take 3 half splits here. Rocking back, peel the front toes up. Rock yourself forward, lift your chest, lift your gaze. Pull your way back and rock yourself forward. Nice. One more just like that. And then as you come forward, curl the back toes under, pick your back knee up, plant your palms, step back to a plank, and then right away, lower with control onto your belly, coming all the way down nice and gentle, hands alongside the shoulders, elbows coming soft in at your ribs, 3 low cobras here. Last one we're going to hold. So inhale, lift your heart up. Exhale to lower down. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to lower down. Inhale to lift and hold. We're going to find a little strength in the back. So feel those muscles in the back of the body activated and lift your hands away from the floor. Find that strength in your back. Take a nice big breath. Release your hands down, curl the toes under, push your way up to a tabletop position, and then right up to downward facing dog. Take a pedal or two of the legs here. And then when you're ready, look forward, walk your feet up to meet your hands, come to forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale to soften down, bend your knees a lot, pull your abdominal muscles in, round and roll up to standing, roll your shoulders around, down and back. Inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale to soften down, left leg back, low lunge. Toes tucked or release, that's totally up to you. Hand to that front knee, lift your chest, draw that right hip crease back, raise your arms up, take one good breath. Beautiful, and then release your hands down, 3 half splits here. Rock your hips back, peel the front toes up. Rock yourself forward, lift your chest, lift your gaze. Rock yourself back. Come forward, lift your heart. One more time. Beautiful, and then as you come forward, curl the back toes under, pick your back knee up, plant your palms, step your front foot back, and then right away, bring the knees down, lower with control onto your belly. Take a second to find your way there, and then hands alongside the shoulders, elbows soft at the ribs. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale to lower down. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to lower down. Last one, we're going to lift and hold. So inhale, lift, hold that lifted position, lift your hands away from the floor, feel the strength in your back. Take a nice big breath. Beautiful, release your hands down, curl your toes under, push your way up to a tabletop position. Exhale up to downward facing dog. Take a pedal or two of the legs. And then when you're ready, look forward, walk your feet up to meet your hands, come to forward fold at the top of your mat. In this forward fold position, you're going to shift your weight slightly onto your left foot, tall fingers. So you're going to let your fingers help support. As you shift your weight over to your left foot, you're just going to bend your right knee, hug your right heel in towards your butt. Feel that little squeeze in the hamstring muscle, nice and activated. And then when you're ready, release that foot down. You're going to take it to the other side. Shift your weight onto your right foot, bend your left knee, hug your heel in toward your butt. Beautiful, and then release that foot down to the ground. Bend both knees, pull your abdominal muscles in, roll up nice and slow and controlled. Roll your shoulders up to your ears, around, down and back. Inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale and fold, knees bent or straight, totally up to you. Inhale to a half forward fold. Exhale to soften down, step both feet back to downward facing dog. We're going to take the right leg up into that little demi three-legged dog. So just to the point where you pick that knee, lift that foot up off the ground, and then bring that left knee down to the ground as you reach that right leg back. Swing it open into that supported side plank. Reach your right hand up to the sky. Awesome. And then just check your stability, check your bottom knee. And then if it feels good to do so, you're going to lift up into a supported half moon. So that right leg is going to lift. We're going to push through the heel, reach through the fingertips, reach out through the crown of your head. Take one good breath. Lovely. And then slow and controlled, release it back into a tabletop position. Curl both toes under, exhale to downward facing dog. Look forward, walk your feet up to meet your hands, come to forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale to soften down, press firm into your feet. Inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. Hands to heart center. Hands down at your sides. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale to soften down. Step both feet back to down dog. Left leg is going to lift just slightly. Once you've got that leg lifted, bend the right knee, come down with control, reaching the left leg back, and then swing open into that supported side plank. Swing the knee out, reach your left hand up, ribs lifting upward towards the ceiling. Take a nice big breath. Awesome. And then if you like, take it into that supported half moon. Lift the left leg up, push through the heel, reach through the fingertips, reach through the crown of your head. When you're ready, releasing with control, swinging it all around, lifting that right leg back up, and then releasing to your downward facing dog. Look forward, walk your feet up to meet your hands, come to a forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale to soften down, press firm into your feet. Inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. Hands to heart center, hands down at your sides. We're going to sink into a little chair. So think butt back and then bend your knees, bringing the weight into your heels. And now we're going to airplane the arms. So we're going to reach the arms back, palms facing down, energy through the fingertips. And then once you've got that nice long energy through the back of the body, through the back of the arms, lift your heels up away from the floor, just as much as you can control, keeping that nice active position through the back of your body, through the back of your arms, down through the fingertips. Take one more breath. Wonderful. And then release your heels down as you inhale, raise your arms up and look up. As you exhale, you're going to twist. Reach your right hand back, look to the right hand. Inhale, bring both arms up and overhead. Exhale and twist the other way. Inhale, raising both arms up. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist to the left. Nice. One more time each side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, both arms up. As you exhale, take everything down into a fold. Inhale to a half forward fold. Exhale to soften down, step both feet back to downward facing dog. Right leg up into three-legged dog, this time nice and high, bend the knee, let the hip roll open. Beautiful, release that leg down with control, take it to the other side, left leg up nice and high, bend the knee, let your hip roll open. Awesome, release that foot with control. We're gonna lower the knees, big toes together, knees come out to the outer edges of your mat, move right into extended child's pose. Pull your butt back toward your heels, take one good breath. And then we're just gonna lift slightly. So let your butt come slightly away from the heels. Take your right hand, thread it through, but keep your spine straight. So think arm across the chest, and we're just getting that stretch in the delta in the shoulder. So slide that right hand through, make a little space for yourself, but keep your spine straight if you can. Soften your forehead down to the ground, making enough space for that shoulder for your arm. Take a good inhale. Nice slow exhale. And then press into your left hand, lift up, unthread that arm, and we'll do that to the other side. So reach your right hand long, thread your left hand through, keeping your spine as straight as you can, create that little bit of space for the arm, and then soften everything down. Take a nice big inhale. Nice slow exhale. Press into your right hand to lift up slightly, unthread that arm, and then lift your butt up, curl your toes under, exhale up to downward facing dog. Right leg is going to come up into that three-legged dog. And now keeping the toe and the knee pointing downward with this higher left of the leg, can you lower your left knee down, float that right toe down, find your supported side plank, open up, reach the right hand up. Awesome. And then if you like, take it into your half moon, lift the leg up, push through the heel, reach through the fingers. And then if you like to go just a little bit further, you're going to take it into a sugar cane. So you're going to bend that right knee, reach your right hand back, catch hold of the foot. And then if you catch hold of the foot and it feels good to do so, push your foot into your hand and open up just a little bit further. Lovely. And then we're going to release with control. So let that foot go, swim it all back around and down, find your way back up to your downward facing dog. Take a pedal or two of the legs. Awesome. And then we're going to take it to the other side. So left leg is going to lift up nice and high this time. Can you keep that leg in that high position as you bend the right knee with control down to the ground? Reach that left leg back, swing open into your supported side plank. Lift up into that supported half moon. And then if it feels good to do so, you're going to bend that left knee. Can you catch hold of the foot? And then once you've caught hold of the foot, maybe if it feels good, you push your foot into your hand and the hand resists. So you open up just a little bit more. Awesome. And then when you're ready, release, float that foot down, bring it all around and down, find your way back up to your downward facing dog, take a pedal or two of your legs. And then when you're ready, look forward, walk your feet up to meet your hands, come to forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale to soften down, press firm into your feet. Inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. Hands to heart center. Hands down at your sides. Inhale, arms up, grab that imaginary beach ball. Exhale, sink into your chair. And then hands are gonna find the knees and we're gonna take 3 Uddiyana Bandhas. So that flying up block, take a big inhale. Exhale, at the end of the exhale, when all that air is gone, suck the abdominal muscles in, hold that sucked in belly for a moment, release the abdominal muscles with control, and then inhale, take a nice big breath. Exhale, at the end of the exhale, suck the belly in, hold that sucked in belly, release the muscles with control, and then take your inhale. One more just like that. Take your big inhale. Exhale, at the end of the exhale, suck the belly in, hold it for a moment. When you feel ready, release the abdominal muscles, take your inhale, rise back up to standing position. Beautiful. Inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale to soften down, step the right leg back, low lunge. Bring the knee down, back toes tucked or released, totally up to you. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, bring it down. We're gonna take 1/2 splits here. So rock your hips back, peel the front toes up. Rock yourself forward, lift your chest, lift your gaze, curl the back toes under, pick your back knee up. Plant the palms, step back to plank. We're gonna lower with control. Bring the knees down, rotate the eyes of your elbows, hug your elbows into your ribs as you lower down. Inhale up to 1 cobra, just as high as you like. Exhale, either bring it through a table or just find your way right up to your downward facing dog. Nice. Right leg is gonna come up nice and high. Bend the knee, let the hip roll open. Take 1 good breath. And then release those hips back to a squared position. We're gonna float the left knee down as you reach the right leg long. Swing it right open into your supported side plank. Take 1 big breath. Lift up into your supported half moon. If you like that sugar cane, grab hold of the foot. 1 good breath as you open up. And then release everything with control. Coming back through a tabletop position, curl the toes under, lift up to down dog. Look forward, walk, step, or hop your feet up to the top of your mat. Inhale to a half forward fold. Exhale to soften down, press firm into your feet. Inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead, grab that imaginary beach ball. Exhale, sink into a chair. Beautiful. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, arms come down at your side, come back to your mountain pose. Nice. Inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale and fold. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale to soften down, left leg back, low lunge. Bring the knee down, toes tucked or released, your choice. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, float your arms down. 1/2 splits here, pull the hips back, peel the front toes up. Rock yourself forward, lift your chest, curl the back toes under, lift your back knee up. Plant your palms, step back to plank. Bring the knees down, rotate the eyes of the elbows, lower with control. Inhale up to cobra, just as high as you like. Exhale, either take it to down dog or through table to down dog. Left leg is gonna come up nice and high, 3-legged dog. Bend that right knee, lower with control as you reach the left leg back. Beautiful. Open up into your supported side plank. Lift it into your supported half moon. If you like that sugar cane, grab hold of the foot, open up for 1 breath. And then release everything back down with control, floating into a tabletop position. Curl the toes under, exhale to down dog. Lovely. Look forward, walk, step, or hop your feet up to the top of your mat. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale to soften down. Press firm into your feet. Inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. Grab that beach ball above your head. Exhale into a chair. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, come back to your mountain pose. Soften your shoulders down. Pause here just for a moment and just notice your breath here. Take a nice, big, generous inhale. Nice, slow exhale. Take one more breath. And then when you're ready, eyes open, inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale, bend your knees and fold. Inhale to half forward fold. Exhale to soften down, step both feet back to downward facing dog. We're gonna pick up the heels, lower the knees, come through a tabletop position. Right leg is gonna reach out like you're coming to gate post. So the right leg is gonna come out to the right, but now we're gonna thread the needle. So we're gonna take the right hand, thread through and underneath, reaching that right hand over to the left, right ear, right shoulder, coming towards the ground. Take one good breath. Come back up through that tabletop position, switching hands. So keep the right leg out to the side, left hand threads through and underneath, left ear, left shoulder to the ground. Beautiful. And then push your way back up into that tabletop position. Bring your hands to your hips as you come up to that tall kneel position and then into that gate pose with the side bend. So right hand's going to reach to the thigh, left hand's going to reach up, lean over to the right. Beautiful. Now we're going to swing the hands around and down. So hands are going to find that tabletop position. And then 3 times, we're just going to pull the butt back to the heels. Just go as far as feels safe and comfortable to your knees. Lift your way back up to that tabletop position. Pull your butt back to your heels. Lift your way back up. One more time, going only as far as feels right. Pull your bum back. Bring yourself back up. Slide that right leg in. Left leg is going to reach out. Nice. Once you've got yourself situated there, left hand's going to thread through and underneath. So left ear, left shoulder towards the ground. Take a nice big breath. Beautiful. Lift on up. Take it to the other side. Right hand's going to thread through and underneath. Awesome. When you're ready, bring yourself right back up. Beautiful. 3 times butt back to the heel. So bring your butt back toward your heels, just going as far as feels right on this side. Lift yourself back up with control. Pull your butt back toward your heels. Bring yourself back up with control. One more time, just like that, pulling your butt back toward your heel. Bring yourself back up. And then if you like, into that high kneel position, hands to the hips as you lift up. Left hand's going to reach out to that extended leg. Right hand reaches up, lean over to the left, find your side bend. Beautiful. And then lift it up with control. Hands are going to float to that tabletop position. Slide the left leg in, give everything a little wiggle, a little shake, make sure it's all feeling good. And then we're going to swing the legs around to one side so we can sit back onto the butt, but we're going to take it into a wide leg position. So both legs are going to step out just as wide as feels good to you that you can sustain. And then think about pulling the pinky toes back, inner thighs nice and active. Find a nice tall spine here. Once you feel like you found it, hands are going to come behind the back and you're going to push into your fingertips to lift the butt slightly and then just gently draw the butt forward just a little bit so we get a little bit more action right at the inner thighs. Once you found it, walk your hands a little closer to each other behind you into a little Western stretch. So we're going to open the heart, lift the chest, lift the chin, take a nice big breath. And then releasing that gentle back bend, we're going to take the left elbow into the inner thigh, wedge against that inner thigh. So the bottom ribs are going to pull forward. Top hand's going to reach up like you're reaching towards the toe. This time, just stay in that more upright position. So we're finding that nice long reach. And then when you're ready, lift up. We're going to take it right to the other side. So elbow to the inner thigh, wedge against that inner thigh, bottom ribs pull forward, top hand reaches up, just finding that reach towards the toe. Take one good breath. Beautiful. And then lift up. And now we're going to see if we can take it just a little bit further. So as you reach down, can you catch hold of your big toe? So your thumb is just going to hook into that big toe and then elbow is going to come slightly to the inside of the shin. If you found that reach is working for you, top hand's going to reach up and you're going to see if you can find your toes. Don't worry if you can't reach your toes. That's not the goalpost here. We're just finding that energy to reach towards. Once you found your space, take a nice big breath in. Slow breath out, and then come up with control, taking it right over to the other side. So if you like, finding that big toe, catch hold with your thumb, elbow to the inside of the shin. And then once you found your way there, top hand's going to reach up towards the toe. Maybe you touch the toe, maybe you don't, doesn't matter. We just want to find that nice reach. Take a nice big breath. Lovely. And then when you're ready, lift up with control. We're going to keep the hips facing forward, but rotate your torso. And now we're going to soften over the knee. So keep a nice long spine, bend your elbows, nose towards knee. Take a nice big breath. Beautiful. Lift up with control, rotating just the torso. So hips stay where they are. Rotate your torso the other way. Fold over, let your nose soften toward your knee. Beautiful. Lift up with control, rotate heart back to center, and then swing those feet in into your cobbler's pose or butterfly position or Baddha Konasana. So soles of the feet together, knees out to the left and to the right. We're going to take our thumbs right to the insteps of the feet and then peel your feet open like they're a book. So we want to keep the blade edges of the feet together, pressing together. Open up your feet, lift your chest, get nice and tall. And then when you're ready, hinge from your waist or hinge from your hips, lean your heart forward to a depth that works good for you. So only go as far as feels comfortable. No shooting pain in the knees, no shooting pain in the low back. And then once you found your way there, take 3 nice deep breaths. Beautiful. When you're ready, lift up through the top of your head, let your heart follow. We're going to keep our legs in that butterfly position and then just start to bring ourselves down to the ground. So walk your hands back so your elbows and forearms find the ground, shake around your tailbone, make sure everything feels good, and then walk yourself all the way down to the ground. Once you've found your way here, you're going to just readjust your legs according to what feels the most comfortable. We want to find a little press between the feet. So we're going to do our butterfly hip bridges. So we want to make sure we feel that nice sensation of the feet connected to each other, pressing inward. Elbows are going to find the ground, fingertips pointing up, and we're just going to use our elbows for a little leverage. Inhale, push between the feet, lift your hips up away from the ground, only come as high as feels right to you. And then exhale, lower your hips back down. Inhale and lift up nice and high. Exhale to lower down. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to lower down. 2 more to go like that. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to lower down. Last one here. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. We're going to keep our legs in that butterfly position, but now straighten your arms right out in front of the chest like you're holding a beach ball in front of your chest. Inhale, take a nice big breath. As you exhale, pull the abdominal muscles down, curl up the head, neck, and chest, reach through the fingertips. Inhale to release back down. Exhale to draw up. Inhale to release back down. Exhale to curl up. Inhale to release. Exhale to curl up. Inhale to release. One more time here. Exhale to curl up. Inhale to release. Hands are going to find the outsides of the thighs. Help your knees come together. Pull them up into the chest. Give a light little squeeze. And then we're going to release our legs into eagle legs. So we're going to take the right leg, cross it over to the left. See if you can tuck the toes behind the calf. And then with right leg on top, right hand is going to come underneath. We're going to wrap the arms up and we're going to take 3 eagle crunches here. So exhale, pull the elbows and knees in towards each other. Contract the abdominal muscles. Inhale to release. Exhale to crunch it in. Inhale to release. One more just like that. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale to release. Unwind your arms, unwind your legs, set your feet down, take a second to assess. And then when you're ready, we're going to take it to the other side. So lift those legs back up, left leg over the right, like you're crossing your legs in the chair, and then see if you can tuck your foot behind your calf. No worries if you can't. That's not always a safe position for your knees. So you just make sure you go only as far as feels right to you. Left hand underneath the right, wrap your hands up. And then once you've got your arms and your legs wrapped up, back to that crunch, pulling the elbows and knees in towards each other. Inhale to release. Exhale to curl in. Inhale to release. One more just like that. Exhale to crunch. Inhale to release. Open your arms nice and wide. Unwrap your legs and step your feet nice and wide to the outer edges of your mat and take a few windshield wipers here. Drop the knees gently side to side. The next time your knees drop over to the right, let them sink all the way down. And then your choice here, you might choose to pick up that right leg, stack it on top of the left outside of the thigh, and then let the knees sink down a little further, but only if that's safe and comfortable to your knee and to your hip. Take a nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. And then If that foot is stacked, can you bring that up into a figure 4, lifting up to center, and then lift the left leg up, thread your hands through, grab the back of the thigh or the top of the shin, hug your legs in, take a nice deep breath in. Slow breath out, soften your shoulders. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, release your handhold from that figure 4, step your right foot off, feet nice and wide to the outer edges of your mat, windshield wiper the knees gently side to side. Awesome. And then the next 10, the knees drop over to the left. Let them sink all the way down. If it feels appropriate and safe in your body, stack your left foot on top of the right. Let the knees sink down again. Either keeping the foot stacked or stacking it once you come to center, find your way into that figure 4 position. And then once you found your way there, lift the right leg up, thread your hands through, find a handhold that works good for you. Draw the legs in, make some space for your breath, soften your shoulders. When you're ready, nice and easy, we're going to take a release. So we're going to let the right leg go long, but pull the left knee into your chest, and we're going to move right into supine twist. Take that left knee over and across the body. Left arm opens out nice and wide, head turns to left. Take 3 good breaths here. Awesome. When you're ready, pull the left knee into your chest, bring the right knee into meet. So both knees hug into the chest, and then hold on to the right knee. Send your left leg nice and long. Supine twist right to the other side. Bring that right knee over and across to the left. Right arm opens out nice and wide. Head turns to the right if that feels good. Beautiful. When you're ready, pull that right knee into your chest, bring the left knee into meet, both knees hug into the chest, give yourself a light little squeeze, and then release right into legs up the wall. Float your feet upward towards the ceiling. Keep a nice generous bend in the knees. Give a second to let everything find a little stillness here. So soften your tailbone, soften your belly, soften your shoulders, soften your arms. Beautiful. And then looking up toward your toes, we're going to spread our toes as wide as you can. Just get a little reach and stretch through the toes, and then soften and relax. Spread your toes as wide as you can, and then soften and relax. One more just like that. Spread your toes as wide as you can. Soften and relax, and then give your right leg a good shake, keeping your left leg as stationary as you can, even though you'll feel that vibration in your left leg. And then let your right leg come to stillness. Give your left leg a good shake, keeping your right leg as stationary as you can, but still noticing and feeling that vibration in the right leg. Nice. And then give both legs a good shake, just letting them vibrate in any way that feels good. Letting gravity do a little work for you, and finding that shaking movement, doing a little bit of lymphatic work. Take 1 or 2 more good shakes of those legs. And then once you feel ready, float your feet back down to the ground. Pause for a moment and just notice. Notice your back, notice your legs, notice your belly, notice your chest. And then ask your body, where would be your best Shavasana? Would it feel good to come to constructive rest? Would it feel good to come back to a reclined cobbler's pose? Maybe take that more traditional shape, or any other shape of the body that feels good and lets you find a little stillness. If you're in a colder space, maybe take a second to just cozy yourself up. Throw some socks on, or a sweater or blanket. Make sure everything feels really happy. And then once you've got yourself in a nice position, socks on your feet, sweater on your body, whatever works best for you. Make sure your body feels nice and comfortable. Snuggle your shoulders in, make sure your back, your bum, your arms, your legs all feel like they're in a good position. And then just become aware of the floor beneath you, that nice solidness underneath you. And then with every soft, gentle exhale, let your body get a little heavier into the ground. Start to bring your awareness back into your body. Gently wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. And then start to set yourself up so legs are nice and long to the end of your mat. So if you're in that Supta Baddha Konasana or your reclined cobbler's pose or in constructive rest, think about walking your feet towards the end of your mat and then walk your feet in slightly closer. So feet are about hip width distance apart and let your arms just be heavy out at your sides. Reach through the toes, point your toes away from you, and then pull your toes in. You're going to feel a little bit of movement through the back of the body as you pull the toes in, a little flex of the feet, and then reach your toes long. So you might feel your bum or your tailbone rock on the floor. Reach your toes long and then pull your toes in and feel that little flex through the back of the body. And we'll do that one more time. Reach through the toes, point your toes, pull your toes in and flex your feet. And then soften your feet into a neutral position and step your feet in so that your knees are bent, like you're prepping for a bridge position. And then just shake out your tailbone, make sure everything feels good. We're just going to pick up the right leg and just get a loose handhold on the back of your thigh and just take a couple of gentle bends and straightens of that leg. One more gentle bend and straighten, and then bend that knee, set it down, switch to the other side. Pick up the left leg, just a light handhold, and then bend and straighten that leg a few times. Nothing extreme. We just want to bring a little length back into the leg and a little bit of fluid movement back into the knees. Beautiful. One more bend and straighten here. And then we're going to pull both knees into your chest, give a light little hug, a little squeeze. And then if it feels good, just a gentle rock side to side. And then from here, we're going to roll over into a fetal position. So roll to whatever side feels the best to you. And then as you roll over onto your side, just give a second. Get comfortable as if you were going to stay here for hours. We're not going to, but just give yourself a second to feel your body relax back into the floor. Let one hand touch the ground. Let your head touch the ground if it can. Take a nice deep breath in. Slow breath out. And then eyes closed or open, that'll be totally up to you. But if you can do it with eyes closed, it's fun to just play around sometimes with proprioception. So press into the hand that's touching the ground and lift your way up into a seated position. Maybe coming to Sukhasana with legs crossed or any other seat that feels appropriate in your body. And then as you come up to that comfortable seated position, give a second to find a nice tall lifted spine so that your head, your heart, your hips are in line. shoulders are softened down. Awesome. And then from here, eyes open or closed. Again, it's totally up to you, but we're just going to bring the hands together, clap those hands together, and then fire up the palms, just rubbing a little friction between the palms to create a little bit of heat. Get them nice and good and hot. So once you feel like you're feeling that heat all the way up into your shoulders, your arms are working hard to create that friction. Once you feel like your hands are good and hot, we're going to let them rest gently on the kneecaps. Close your eyes down. Take a nice deep breath in. Nice slow breath out. Beautiful. Bring your hands back together. Fire up those palms. Get them nice and good and hot. And this time we're going to take it into a little hug on the shoulders, whichever arm on top, that's totally up to you. But once you feel like your hands are good and hot, give yourself a little hug, catch your shoulders, close your eyes down, let your shoulders soften away from your ears. Take a nice big breath in. Slow breath out. If it feels good to do so, give yourself one last little squeeze or hug, and then releasing that hug, stack both hands right on top of your heart, keeping that gentle pressure on the skin and connective tissue. As you inhale, lift your chin upward towards the sky. Exhale and tuck your chin down to your chest. Inhale to lift your chin up. Exhale to tuck your chin down. One more just like that. Inhale to lift your chin up. Exhale, tuck your chin down or bow your head to your heart, and then stay here for a moment. Take a nice big inhale, breathing in love and gratitude for yourself, for your mind, for your body, and for all of your hard work. Take another big inhale, and as you exhale, soften your shoulders, soften your jaw, and think about letting go of anything you're holding on to that won't serve you through the rest of your day. And then when you feel ready, gently lift up through the top of your head, gently open your eyes. I bow to you. Happy, happy Tuesday.